sometimes we like to talk about trailers. We talk about good trailers and bad trailers.
Let's talk about books. Let's talk about a book that Burk wrote.
Burk's brand new book,
I'll have it.
100 Movies, and it's available on Amazon. And it is
Look, it has words inside.
It's really wonderful because it's really chock full of really interesting things about
Really
the 100
good.
movies that he loves. And they're done in genres, and so they're kind of spaced out. And I've read a lot of this, not all of it, but I'm loving it because Burk, you're very knowledgeable with the films.
Yes.
Well, what's funny about this one? It is a. I made sure that this is on the cover. It says Volume 1, because what I realized as I was writing it was that it is a kind of mainstream, and my tastes a lot of times don't stay in the mainstream, although I do love mainstream movies. But this is kind of like the top tier of movies that I just love, and some of them happen to be kind of mainstream-ish, but there's also a lot of unusual stuff in there too.
That's the cool thing, is you have the solid choices and you have some unique ones that people may not have seen, because most
Right.
people have seen a lot of these movies that we're talking about because they're the best movies. Most people seen them. So I like when someone says, what's your favorite movie? And someone goes, The Godfather. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen it whatever about a million times. But someone says something else, I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that. Oh, interesting.
But I was trying to, I wrote about movies like The Godfather in there, but I wanted to kind of maybe take a little different path to it and maybe talk about it in a way that why it appeals to me and what I think is effective about it and how it works and all that. So yeah, thanks for plugging.
It's always interesting to get a person's perspective on a movie, even if it's a very famous movie like The Godfather. I might like it for a different reason than Burk or Kathy will. So I love reading about that, and you might find out, oh, that's something I didn't really think about that really popular movie, or it's some film I've never heard of. I'll check it out. So it's great.
You can get it on Amazon. We'll add a little link to it here, and then be sure and check it out. You will.
Yeah, you can get the Kindle version or the paperback version, and it's one of those big old giant paperbacks that you can put on your coffee table, and people.
Good decoration.
They're cool.
Yeah, it's good. Good paperweight.
Yeah. Well, congratulations,
Burk. Movies. Speaking of great movies, let's talk about this one.
Well, this is a film that's coming out on December 13th on Netflix, and it's called Carry On, and it stars Jason Bateman and Taron Egerton.
Jason Bateman.
Sofia Carson.
I stomp all over you because you say Jason Bateman, I kind of have to scream for a second. So go ahead.
Yeah, no, he's always good, and he always plays sort of these comedy roles, and this might be a little different. But I also want to talk about. Well, let's watch the trailer and we'll discuss something else. So let's check out the trailer for the film Carry On.
Yeah, and stay tuned to later on in the podcast toward the end. We'll talk about the posters. We like to break it down, so we're gonna have trailers and posters. All right.
Okay, so let's check it out.
You ready?
Yep.
And roll that trailer.
I love Christmas. I don't love that we're working Christmas Eve.
I'll see you at lunch.
It's the most wonderful time.
Good morning, Keegan. Good morning, day shift TSOs. You've all been chosen to spend your Christmas Eve here with 200,000 impatient travelers.
Is this because I'm Muslim?
Is this because I'm black?
Is this because I'm white?
Airports turn people into such dickheads.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Excuse me. This isn't mine.
I would never do that.
Yeah.
Today is a day that you're going to remember for a very long time, but if you handle it right, you're going to have a chance to forget it. Just relax, okay? An associate of mine is going to step into your line, and you are going to make sure that his bag clears the machine.
Listen, I work for the Department of Homeland Security.
That's like the janitor at NASA calling himself an astronaut. Let's cancel the text, or we execute your girlfriend. Attaboy. You're a low-level TSO. You're going nowhere. I'm telling you how this goes. One bag for one life.
Who the hell are you?
I'm the guy you listen to.
Ethan, are you listening?
I like that.
We have a 911 call placed from inside LAX.
You killed him.
I gave you some pretty simple rules. You got cute. I'd say you killed him.
You got cute.
You, I see, like to improvise. Sit right back down. You leave that post, there's going to be consequences.
We gotta go.
I don't care what you do to me. Who said anything about you? You got 10 minutes before everybody in this airport dies.
You think you can take control, huh?
You're pathetic, and you're asleep.
I guess I woke up.
Like they're leaning into the Christmas of it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of a little bit too long, that trailer.
Well, I think it has. It starts out with this, kind of go. It's just going to go, and then it has that nice little turn. Like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Let this carry on through. That's a great premise. And, and Christmas also has sort of a little bit of a Die Hard vibe to it.
Yeah,
totally.
But I think the trailer, like you said, Burke, it just gives away so much of the film. Like, I don't want to see that stuff. Give me a little hints. I don't even know. I want to know that, even though you can tell Jason Bateman's voice from Smartless, that he's the bad guy, I
know. But I guess you have to show him in the trailer because he's, you have to know that he's in the movie,
I enjoyed seeing him as the bad guy because I like when he goes that way because usually he's just this sort of hapless, adorable, clueless guy, and I always love that character from Arrested Development and a million other things he's done. But also, I like when he was in The Outsider, that Stephen King movie.
Oh yeah,
kind of this off character in that. So I like when he kind of goes to the dark side. So this was kind of cool to see him do that. So that intrigued me because I'm not that super familiar with the Taron Egerton guy. So I was like, So when I see Jason Bateman, I'm like, oh, I'm interested, but. We literally saw this entire movie in there. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
All you need to know
now
is
we know, and also it's one of those where I feel like there's so many ways to get out of this and solve this problem, and no one's ever going to stick that in their ear. They're just not.
Yeah, or so many ways that it couldn't have happened. I mean, a TSA guy is not going to pick something up unless there was a note or something, or
even then. You see something like that, and I'd be like,
keep it moving.
security, you need to go over this.
It could be a mini bomb in there or something. Like, it's just, unless it's explained somehow in the film, but
you have to kind of it's one of those like suspension of disbelief. Like, you have to hope that the security system in the airports isn't this freaking stupid and just clueless. Like, I feel like if someone's going to let this go through, what else are they letting? We're going to kill your girlfriend. I'm like, really? It's like, no.
Here's the thing. Here's an interesting little thing about stories like this. And I've worked on so many shows, like shows like 24 and shows about, espionage and FBI and CIA and DEA and all this kind of stuff. I've worked on a million shows like that where there is a crime. There is a clever plan, a plot, heist, crime, whatever. And you have to do it in a way in fiction that isn't like an instruction book for how to do something like this, so in some ways they have to be you have to sort of plant something in there that would never work, like if you make this movie and that's a good idea, if they show you in this movie this is a really good way to get a bomb onto a plane, then they're responsible if somebody uses that plan. So there has to be there's some little quirk, little twist in there that the TSA has that would make this impossible, or some aspect of it that would make it so that it wouldn't really work, Well,
part of it is you had to do so much research to find out everything about this guy, which no one's going to do because people like this are lazy anyway. You're going to try and go through an airport. It's supposed to be about security, not targeting one TSA agent who might be there that day. I mean, it's just like, so, but this is the same director that did, he does kind of fun, trashy stuff like House of Wax, Orphan. He did The Shallows. We'll talk about that later too. Right. He's worked on the Liam Neeson action movies. And, he did Black Adam, which didn't do that well and got some bad reviews. But I mean, he's got the goods, but he's just making pure entertainment, kind of silly stuff. So I think it's more of those like It's gonna be fun, like you said, Die Hard movie.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it. There's Jason Bateman trying to get through air, which I think is kind of weird timing because who wants to see a movie like this before you're gonna get on a plane? Not me.
I know the holiday
They're really weird. So,
but also
strange
the
timing.
logistics of filming a film, it really looked like LAX.
It did,
the
yeah.
interiors and all the people and everybody with their luggage and going through the TSA check, the security. It looked real. It looked like when you travel, that's what it looks like. And
well, it's like,
so
but,
it's like, I don't know how they do things like that. I guess I know that there's some places in town that are look like airports. They're what they call standing sets that you can rent of an airport lobby or something that looks kind of like a part of LAX or Burbank or whatever. And but then I guess they can finish the sets out digitally somehow or something, but you definitely wouldn't be able to close down LAX to film a movie.
well, I mean, a piece of LAX is massive. They could put it in like an unused area, but I also feel like it looks like it takes place in like one place for a long time, so they could easily set anywhere and, like you said, finish it out digitally. And I would be surprised if I'd love to see some behind the scenes to see how they did accomplish it, whether it was a set or all CGI or like I don't even know how this is going to work, but very interesting. So let's take a look at the posters. Okay. So we have this one. That's kind of the classic kind of suspense movie. I feel like I'm not sure why he's down so low. Like you'd want to take advantage of the long shadows. Like I feel like if he'd been up in the corner smaller and you had that whole long like shadow, you'd have more information. It just feels a little like, why is everything down here? Just like weird emptiness in this design. So it looks like it's probably a unit shot of Jason Bateman. Maybe could also be a special shoot with his head on it. This looks like it looks like there's no shoot. He definitely is a unit shot. And then we have this one. So it looks like also unit because the photography look the different lighting.
Yeah,
doesn't even look like Jason Bateman barely back here. I'm not sure why they're hiding him in this art so much. Except that he's supposed to be a spoiler, but they give him away like within 10 seconds. I don't know why they're hiding him. So I guess it's like, who could it be? Oh yeah, it's Jason Bateman. I saw that in the trailer. So they're kind of being cagey with the art, the print art, but then they're showing him full on also this looks kind of like a stripped in airport that's not really perspective wise correct. It's like really too high. And if they'd lowered that whole horizon line, you could have cleared them silhouette value much better. So
wow, that's very technical. I like it.
I know. I'm like digging into it, like what I would change. And then I mentioned the Shallows because I did the poster for the Shallows. And this was kind of a fun one to do, which this is what I'm talking about, that negative space. So if they put Jason Bateman up here where the board was, and you had all of this empty space, you could have put that long shadow with a much better holding device for that guy's face and maybe more information like the airport behind it. Would have been much stronger, I think. So there's your poster breakdown.
Well done. That's impressive.
I was a little hard on these, but they deserved it.
Well, we are talking to a Clio Award winner here.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. If you don't know, Clio Awards are like the movie poster awards Oscars. Like, movie poster people, we don't get any accolades. We're behind the scenes, we're behind the studios, we're behind the agencies. So the little people at the computers doing all the poster design, we never get any accolades. So sometimes, once in a while, even though our name may not be on it, we get a little award for the people in the know, mostly for agencies and studios trying to make connections. It's all marketing, but at least we get something.
That's great.
Congratulations. And Kathy won her third Clio, so that's incredible.
Well, I won.
Maybe 7, right? I think actually 7 Clios. Am I right?
Well, yeah, because there was, I won a Clio for What We Do in the Shadows last year. This one was for Dead City, the Walking Dead.
That's cool.
Spinoff, and then I've won some for Lost and Men in Black, and it's like I said, it's a very niche awards thing, but you take what you can get.
Yeah, well,
7 Clios, a brand new book, Bupkis.
Well, I was about to say the award that is given to people who do what I do in film and television. The award that we get is called
Paycheck.
Yeah.
Is there another one? Is there another award I'm missing?
Yeah, I don't think we have one.
It's called the Holiday Turkey Award. You get the
Yeah, exactly.
back in Turner, we used to get a free holiday turkey from Kroger.
Not even a free turkey, $25 off. Not even a whole turkey.
Yes, we get
The
like
$25
jackets and-
coupon
That's
was
what it
our bonus for the
Yeah.
end of the year. That was the worst.
Oh, God, yeah.
Turner sucks. Anyway,
Okay.
all right.
Well, thanks for watching.
You guys are
everybody.
getting an
Carry on.
inside glimpse of the glamorous world
Yes,
of
you are.
entertainment.
Carry On is coming December 13th to Netflix. So if you're in
Okay.
the mood for sort of a fun action flick, that might be right for you. So thanks for watching,
It
everybody.
might be right for you. You've seen the whole
Thanks,
movie already.
everybody.
Bye.
Take care.